Hey Team Body Business, it's Mark again, and we've been talking about ways to set appropriate and realistic goals in 2020 and not so much focusing on what you see in the mirror, but what you feel and what we can actually measure. And one of the things that we really hope you can improve is your bone density. And that is a hot button for many of us. And I always love to explore this because it is something that I have seen change just in my 30 years in this industry. When I was in graduate school in the mid-90s, our take-home speech was, you know what? Take teenage girls, have them lift as much as possible when they're as young as possible to offset the inevitable. Well, man, that doesn't do most of us any good, does it? You know, great advice for your daughters, but what about you guys? And then for the next few years, we really thought, you know, have women lift, have them lift before menopause, because after that, everything is downhill. Okay, where does that leave us? And we do know that postmenopausal, the first few years after menopause, there can be a tremendous drop in bone density because of everything that's happening with the hormone levels. But the cool news that we know now is that men and women of any age have been shown to be able to build bone density. But the secret is this: we need progression, progressive resistance in some form or another. So the greatest example I ever have seen was one study that took nursing home patients, bedridden patients who had not gotten up. They stood up 3 times a day after breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a few minutes at a time. And they gained bone density just by standing up, because for them, that was progressive. Now here's my message to you. Are you going to gain bone density just by standing up if I see you here at the club already 3, 4, 5 times a week? Probably not. We need to find some form of progression. So if you're walking on the treadmill, can you add a little jogging for impact? Or can you add elevation? If you're lifting, man, fantastic. That is a huge first step. But if you're lifting the same weight at the same speed, the same range, we need to find a way to improve. Can we put a little more stress on the bone? Can that tendon pull harder where it connects so we continue to gain bone density? There's anything we can give you here at Body Business, this could be one of the most important things. One of the first people I ever consulted with, and she was at Body Business for one day. I only spoke to her. I don't remember her name, 25 years ago, but I remember her face. And I'm telling her these things. She was in her 70s, and she broke down into tears saying, how come no one ever told me this when I was younger? But of course they didn't, because nobody told my mom that. Nobody told your mom that. Some of you were not told to lift weights. So now we know. Come on into the weight room. You can gain bone density just like you can gain strength at any age. We've got our staff here, our trainers, our small group, our group fitness instructors that would love to share different ways you can build stronger bones as well as muscles here at the club with us at Body Business.